Hi, I'm Ben Northey. I'm the Principal Conductor in Residence of the MSO, and I'm very honoured to be conducting this year's Chinese New Year concert. This is my first year conducting the MSO's Chinese New Year concert. It's a great honour for me. I think they're in their 8th year now. It was done in conjunction with a great friend of the MSO, David Li, who was working with our artistic team to put together a program that celebrated music of Chinese heritage, which is both new and some traditional music, and also some pieces from the canon of Western orchestral music as well. It was wonderful to work with the pianist Angela Li, and I was fortunate to be able to go and have a session at her home on that Chopin, and it's such an amazing kind of show-stopping work in many ways, incredibly virtuosic. And it's in 2 parts, you know, the one Andante without the orchestra was really beautiful just to record because all of us were just on stage listening to that. It's about 4 minutes of just gorgeous Chopin piano music. And then this very, very kind of emphatic grand polonaise, which he played beautifully.
Hi, my name is Angela Li. I am a pianist, and I am an artist in residence in School of Music, Monash University. I started piano when I was age 4. Because the musical family I brought up, my mom is a vocal professor. I was so little, 4-year-old, maybe 12-ish something. I started to feel like a passion about it. And that time, no one can stop me. I just practice and practice. I just love it. I play every day like 5-6 hours. Yeah, when I was young, my mom always said, please go to practice. But after age 12, my mom said, can you please stop? The neighbor needed to rest. My favorite composer is Chopin. He is just like a magic. Chopin is a poet of piano. It's a great work for me because the opening, the introduction start from like a really serene, tranquilo introduction. I follow the tone, I follow the keys. I don't know why, how to express, just feel like let the music flow. It's just flow. And then lead to Polonaise, which is fanfare opening, and then the ambulance dance form. So actually Chopin, he didn't write both of pieces at the same time. He wrote the Polonaise in E flat in 1830 for piano and orchestra. But the Spianato and Andante, he wrote in 1834, I think, and then he put it together in 1836. He just decided to feel like it's complete. I really agree with that. I was attracted to this piece since I was young, so I love this piece.
And working with Ying on the pipa, that's the first time I've ever conducted a work that involves the pipa as a solo instrument. And that was just stunningly beautiful. It reminded me of kind of a meditation or something. You know, it was very relaxing to listen to and very serene, and I really think captured the beauty of that instrument. And she's a wonderful musician. It was an absolute joy to work with her.
My name is Ying. I play the Chinese instrument pipa. Pipa is a plucked string instrument with a long history, over 2,000 years. I grew up in the music family. I played the pipa since I was 7 years old, and my first teacher is my mom.
Now, Zhao's work, 1,000 Years of Good Prayers, I think is a really, really terrific piece. We really enjoyed playing it and recording it. It's very cinematic. I think originally it was made for vision, and that comes through. It's got a lush, beautiful sound world to work in. The orchestra responded very, very quickly and warmly to that piece. And yeah, there's just something about the rich melodies, the kind of textures that are original and yet familiar to us in the orchestra. It's got a kind of very romantic sound world that we're working in. But I think Zhao is a composer to watch for the future, absolutely. I'm looking forward to doing some more.
A 1,000 Years of Good Prayers sounds like a musical journey. It goes from a somewhat rough start to a simple, harmonious closure. I felt so lucky and I'm so appreciative that the Melbourne Symphony Orchestra is playing this piece, and this particular piece at this time. Such a sad and dramatic year, and to know that musicians so far away are looking into this piece and are interpreting this piece, it's such a pleasure and such a privilege, and I'm just immensely thankful that this is happening. There are strong flavors of Chinese melodic materials and rhythmic patterns in my music. Although I don't usually quote them directly in my music, but sometimes people come up to me after the concerts, ask me whether a melody in my piece was a folk song, and that tells people, you know, how much I was inspired and influenced by folk music in general. Just My Flower is such a staple of Chinese folk music. It's lyrical, beautiful. Also, you know, every time you listen to it, you can't really stop it. I think that's the magic of the melody. It's it's like someone telling a story. You don't want them to stop. A quality that sometimes I wanted my music to have as well. It's just a really beautiful melody.
Jasmine Flower, you know, myself not being of Chinese heritage, I can understand why people love that piece so much, because just as a piece of music, as a folk song, it just is, it sticks in your mind, you know, even as somebody who hasn't grown up with knowing that piece of music.
Yes, it's a very old Chinese folk tune, and I think everybody, it's ancient tune as well. The people in China, everybody knows about it. And Wu Zhuqiang, the composer, he put this music into the pipa and the orchestra based on the folk tune. It describes the moon, a river, yeah, and the beautiful serene countryside.
And it was wonderful for us to be able to play that. It's a melody that you can't get out of your head once you've played it, and it's utterly beautiful. And again, just one of those pieces that I think it brings this beautiful sound world of Chinese folk music to the rich orchestral sound of the MSO.
I also believe, whether it's Year of Ox or not, you know, we will make music fully and passionately again, because it's such a universal language, and I think we should all sort of appreciate that as much as we can.
The Year of the Ox, I think, is already being marked by the fact that music is happening, live music is happening in the world again. And I think that will be the enduring thing, at least in this part of the world where we're very fortunate to be able to continue to play. That's what makes the Year of the Ox utterly beautiful and special to me as a musician, as an artist, to be able to be on stage making music for other people. So long may that continue.